cuties, I'm Brittany with Stitches of Love Quilting, and in this video tutorial we are going to make our super cute kite and house block, which is block 6 of our Happy Place block of the month, and this is for your sewing machine applique tutorial. So I've gone on and prepped my applique pieces, I've numbered them, I have them in order of appearance in the pattern, I've ironed my background fabric, and I'm ready to start building my applique units and putting my pieces onto my background fabric. So first up, we're going to build our house units. Your old hat at building your house now. So we have our chimney and then our actual house. It's a purple house. That's fun, right? Let me move my placement guide a little. Boop, boop, boop. I didn't have my placement guide underneath my entire fusing mat. That's not good, is it? So right there. Number 1, now it fits. Number 2, does help to have your applique placement guide fully under your fusing mat. It's crazy how that works. Now we're going to put another cute gingham roof on. These are very beautiful purples. I think they might go by lilac, might be what they're called, or lavender, maybe lilac, I'm not sure. And then this print, again, it's not directional, but to me, my door looks good like this. I think I sort of have a direction in just the way my piece got cut. But again, it's not a directional fabric. And put my door in place. And now, oh my gosh, this might be the cutest color heart we've had. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it goes right above your door. There you go. So we are ready to press this together to build our unit. And now I want to point out something before we put this on our background fabric about the kite. So now we're ready to iron on our fabric, right? Now, a lot of times our applique pieces over and underlap. On this kite, they do not let's see, can you see on the pattern? They don't over and underlap. So that means when you stitch this, you're going to stitch all 3 sides of each triangle. So if you look at your pattern, you'll see that at this like intersection right here, it's not really intersecting. You're having the green, the pink, that turquoise, and the yellow stitched on all 3 sides of each triangle. So when we put this on our background fabric, we don't overlap them, we just butt them right up to each other. So you're gonna put your fabric down, make sure it's covering all 4 sides of that trim line. And we're gonna put our house in place first. Just like so. There we go. And we're going to iron that in place. Now, when it comes to the kite, of course, you have your applique pieces numbered, but I think it helps right now take a gander at your pattern because it's just going to help you visualize what color goes where. Now, another thing I did, you see I have an arrow. I put arrows on mine because a triangle can go different directions, right? They're not equilateral triangles. They're something else. Isosceles triangles? I don't know. They're just not equilateral. I remember that word. So what I did is when I put it on my placement guide, pretend my fabric's not there and I'm putting it on here, I flip it over and I give myself an up arrow. So that way when I go to actually iron it on, I don't have to be like, which way does my triangle go? So another case where arrows are helpful. So number 6. It's going to go just like so. I am going to go on and press this on. This is like my core triangle that I'm putting on. It's very serious. Now we're going to do this super cute pink print. So again, make sure you've drawn your arrow the right way. And it's just going to butt up right next to your green piece. And it's going to be perfectly level at the bottom. And it'll come out perfect at the top. Look at that. Thanks, lasers, right? The lasers cut a perfect piece for us. I mean, just beautiful. And for the team that cuts it for us. Now we have number 8. We're going clockwise, if you haven't noticed. So 8 is this turquoise. It's going to fit right there. Another cute print. My goodness. Is that adorable? And just make sure you're getting it nice and straight. There we go. And look, see my point comes out perfect. Love it. Boop. And now, last but not least, will be the yellow that fits just like so right there. So again, these are not over and underlapping. They're just butting right up. So when you go to actually stitch this, your green will go on all three sides, the pink on all three sides, same with the turquoise and the yellow. You're gonna stitch all the way around. And part of the reasoning behind this is that you get that really fun stitching on all three sides of the triangle. So in the center, like, it gives dimension to your kite, kind of how kites are not just like perfectly flat, right? So it's really fun. Another thing we're gonna do after we put our two little bows in place, we have pieces 10 and 11 for our bows. We are going to draw the accent line that we're gonna stitch, which is the little string of our kite. So iron that little bow down. Oh, I was reaching for the bow printed on my pattern, not the actual bow. And the bow is a little directional, so make sure the fabric's obviously solid, not directional, but the bow is on a perfect bow. Boop. There we go. And they are kind of delicate, these little bows, because we wanted to get it as like thin as we could in the center, but we didn't want you to have to like put two triangles down for each bow. So now you can use your Pigma pen or your chalk pencil, and without moving this from our placement guide, I am going to come up so you can see it. See, we have the kite string that we want to trace. We are going to just very lightly draw that line so that when we go to our machine, we can stitch over it. And when you stitch over it, you can use, ooh, so I went off the line a little. Well, that's going to be what mine looks like. I do like to use a chalk pencil a lot because to me it's more forgiving. Let me show you what just happened. I love a Pigma pen too, but look, let's talk about it. See the very top of my little circle right there? I made it just a little flat, like flatter than the drawing. If I was using a chalk pencil, I would be able to like scoof it away with my finger and fix my line. You could also use a friction pen at this point because you're not going to iron it again until after you've stitched it. So you could use a friction pen. A friction pen disappears obviously with heat, which is why you can't use it on applique pieces that you're about to iron it on, but you can use a friction pen after you've done all your ironing. So in any case, that's my little tip for tracing. Let's talk about what we're going to sew. Such beautiful colors. I have fun doing this every single time. So, of course, you'll put your Sulky Tear Easy Stabilizer underneath your block when you're stitching. And our colors are, I don't know why it bugs me that I keep saying dark brown chimneys, but shocker, we're doing a dark brown chimney. You're 1130. Then Wildflower. Have we used this yet? I don't know if we've used it yet in the quilt. This purple. Oh, that's a beautiful purple. So that is pieces 2, 3, and 4. So that's your house, your roof, and your door. Then we have Petal Pink, which is 1307. And remember, Petal Pink and 30 weight pairs up with your 1109 50 weight in the bobbin. Remember, it's simply because Sulky doesn't make 1307 in the 50 weight. I don't know why. I don't ask questions. So Petal Pink is piece number 5, which is your heart. Piece number 7, which is obviously the pink part of your kite. And then, of course, the bow on your kite that's pink. Then we have Avocado. That light green is going to be your top left triangle of your kite. Turquoise, the super bright, kind of darkish turquoise color is what you will put on the bottom right of your quilt. And last but not least, you have the butterfly gold, which goes for the bottom left, the yellow part of your kite, the yellow goldish bow on your kite, and then you're going to use that yellow to stitch over the kite string. And again, you can do, did I say this already? If I did, I apologize. You can use just a straight stitch and stitch over that same line a few times, or you can use a triple stitch or a thicker straight stitch on your sewing machine. Or if you have a really fun decorative stitch, maybe you want to try it on a scrap fabric before you put it on your actual block. But if you have a fun decorative stitch, you could use that as well. Or if you're just really into it, you could hand embroider it. I loved hand embroidery. I would stitch it with my machine personally here. But that's all you have to do. And then use your per usual. I don't know why I keep saying per usual lately. You will, after you have stitched everything, after you've removed all of your stabilizer, You'll then use your cute cuts ruler to trim this down. And again, give yourself a little guide of where you're going to put the ruler, remove your paper out from underneath, put that on your cutting mat, and you're able to put your ruler in position to give it a trim. So super cute. Next up for next month is our block 7, which is our patriotic block, which is like a cute little like rendition of an American flag in a festive little house. So happy stitching.